I know I said I would go live on the second news channel on her news. But I went to try going live on that one, and I was told I was ineligible to go on live. That's probably because that channel is whew, if you see it now, you'll see why that channel and some of the content that's been put out there. You'll see why that is actually blocked. Why I can't go live on that one. I've had multiple videos on there that have been they say community guidelines, like they always say. Okay, so that is a big issue. So if you, I'm sorry. I wish I could go live with that one. But this thing is really getting on my nerves. Okay, yeah, cool. All right. So we got that good to go. I got a little bit of time before the wife and the kids get home. I got my older two kids at home. My daughter's getting ready. She went to my oldest daughter getting ready to go to work. So without further ado, let's get this party started. I'm gonna try my best not to get kicked off YouTube this time, but I can't help it. All right. If you saw early this morning's broadcast, the dark one, pretty much the same thing for those who missed it, but this was actually supposed to go on the other channel, on her news channel, but I couldn't get it there. So so this one is an economic channel, but what I have to say here sticks to the economic situation about what's going on. I will make a video on her news. I can still post videos there, and I'll get into more gritty details. All right, but this is just a recap of what I put out early this morning, and it has economic issues here. This is why I want to go ahead and say this. Is why I went ahead and put this out for you. Okay, this has everything to do, and I'll get a little detailed about what I saw today, and how I got to talking to a nice lady. All right, and let's just say she was well off, but then when she got to explaining how they are struggling, all right, they're from a well-off family and they are struggling, and where she was at and where she was going to, like, cool, we wound up going to the same spot. All right, so let's get this party started, and you'll see why I brought this to the economic channel, but when I really wanted to bring it to the Unheard News channel. All right, I got this off of Sunny Journal website. All right, and this was actually started off in 2021, how they put this out, but then it got revised, and it's for August 12th, 2023. All right. Military and training for implementation of the emergency broadcast system, or the emergency alert system. All right, that's one of the things. The emergency alert system was actually taken over by the military. They raided it, took it over, and they locked everybody out. All right, check that out. Check that story out on Real Raw News. All right, so here we go. And this emergency broadcast system for informational purposes only. All right, this one will show everyone is placed in their home, is safely placed in their home and able to witness the historical moment, reveals all truth, cover-ups, etc. through the emergency broadcast, EBS, which is imminent. Imminent is any time. It can go off at any given time. There's no time limit when it can go off. All right, for those of us who know. All right, and I'm not insulting anybody. Please don't think I'm insulting you. We're all intelligent. Just for those folks who don't know about it. Okay, so let me know what you think throughout the broadcast. I'm gonna try to keep this short because I do gotta go home. Okay, so let me know what you think. All right. So let's get it back into it. There must be a test, then review of all occurrences and activities. We kind of had a test a few years ago, where all of a sudden everybody's phone started going off. All right, and they said it was a test. There was preliminary tests. They've had tests overseas, and they're going to have tests about what's going on, about further tests, do the final test, and then it's going down whenever they want to. All right. The possible implications on a national and global level can be quite complicated. So many things must be in alignment to the protocols. Yes, there are many consequences if things aren't done with precision and perfection. Those words right there should let you know that this is a military operation, a worldwide military operation, realm or globe, which one you believe in. All right. This is the practice run. Oh, sorry about that. I had it through the channel. For the real one, folks, to see response and accuracy to what is forthcoming, which changes humanity. All right, the new financial system is coming, quantum. All right, have you noticed they talking about quantum all the time? They had the movie Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, talking about all this stuff. Even before that, remember they went in the quantum realm and what was it? The second Ant-Man movie, and then they brought it back again in Endgame. All right. We are here. The schedule is now finally firm. But again, I'm just a messenger. Be ready to adjust if needed in regards to possible time changes. Only a select few know the moment of exact and precise timing of the events. For security and other obvious reasons, it must be properly kept private. So they don't want anybody to know when the EBS is about to go off. All they're stating here is get yourself ready to go. Food, water, medicine, protection, everything. Get yourself ready to rock. All right. The EBS is going to, and now listen, this is very important here. The EBS is going to air playing 8-hour videos. It will be replaying three times a day for 10 days. Communication darkness. During those 10 days of communication darkness, the following things will happen. We'll receive 7 trumpets, or aka EBS text messages on our phones, alerting us to tune into our TV at this time. That means get off everything you do, turn your TV on. All right. Our phones will only work for 911 or 911, depending on how you talk about it. We are informed of a Signal app, which is military encrypted, will be available. So if this is true and Signal app is good to go, then go ahead and get it downloaded. That's just it's just a recommendation, not advice or anything else. Okay, that's all up to you. All right, our internet will not work during this time, so you can't play around and play internet video games. They're going to shut everything down. All right, our ATMs will not work. Economic situation right there. After 10 days, when I read the original one dated back in 2021, the internet ATMs will not work, bank cards not working, nothing will work. Everything will shut down. All right. After the 10 days of communication darkness, we will connect to a new quantum internet. People, now here's where it is, big one. People are urged to stack up on at least 3 weeks of food and water. Be prepared with food, water, toilet paper, generators, etc. for the great awakening reveal. There you go. Get ready. They're telling us to get ready. They've been telling us from time and time again. Look on some of the government websites how they've been telling folks to get ready. They should have at least 10 days worth of food and water and supplies and provisions and protections. All right. This is just upgrading that even more. All right. We are promised a new Starlink system by the end of the month. And notice I got to the date, August 10th, and August 12th when it was posted. All right. So, and this was more in depth when the one came out in 2021. All right, as we speak, the teams coordinating this important historic event are revamping the EBS to ensure the utmost security for all involved. So remain patient as things get finalized. They want to make certain that there are not interferences of any sort at all. All right, those making the plans want no one to panic whatsoever because it is simply the release of the truth. Get yourself ready and don't panic. Yes, it's still nerve-wracking, but at least you know you got yourself ready and you're ready and you be prepared better than most folks out there who think we're wearing tinfoil kufi hats. All right. After the EBS and we've gone through the 10 days of mainstream media blackout. Ooh, thank goodness. All right, and sat through all the 24/7, 8-hour-long movies. Will we go, or do we go back to the normal business like business as usual? Answer is after the EBS and the 8-hour-long 24/7 movies all will change. The life support attached to the old and evil systems will be pulled. Humanity and planet Earth will simultaneously move to a quantum reality consciousness system. Peace and prosperity. This is what they promised, the Planetary Alliance, if you believe in that, all right? End of financial and human conscious enslavement. Old systems of government, finance, health, trade, commerce, etc. Oh my goodness, can't wait for that one because if you realize what we're all dead slaves. All right, we've all been declared dead in England in 1866. This is why they came out with the International Bar Association, the IBA, the American Bar Association, and they're all under the Lawyers Guild of Britain. All right, this is what they all controlled up under the Lawyers Guild of Britain, and they all take their orders from the Crown, England, and the government, entitled the Crown Corporation. All right, you have the Crown Corporation, United States of America Incorporated, and you have Vatican Incorporated. All right, and you have Vatican, which is religion in charge. The bankers in London, they're the finance, and the military is Washington D.C. All right, wonder why we keep going when we ain't been at peace for so many years, for over a century? Yeah, that's why. All right, those who making the plans want no one to panic whatsoever because it's simply release of the truth. After the EBS, I already went that one. Okay, let's go. Peace and prosperity. The end of human and financial and conscious enslavement. Old systems of government, education, finance, health, trade, and commerce, etc. will all be dismantled and replaced. We will be financially free. They can no longer you can no longer chattel debt slavery that you got a debt that you incurred from the time you came out your mama. All right, we all got birth certificates because we didn't know. A lot of times when you have women who are there by themselves, they are so weakened from giving birth that they just do and sign anything over. All right, it's not their fault. They're just not in the right mind. And most of us dads, we didn't even know because we were never taught. But we know now, and we're correcting those issues. All right. Now here's something else what people need to get it. We will have a new currency called the USN or US note, and it is gold backed. The gold back money US note is already in the banking system. Some people will tell you, others will not tell you. Depends on how bad their NDA is, and depending on how folks realize, okay, we're tired of keeping it secret. The people know about it. They've been asking about it. I know my local financial institution done that. I started asking questions. They look at me funny. All right. And normally we had a good conversation, but as soon as I mention that quantum financial system, boy, they get to look at me upside down and crazy. All right. So that means their NDA probably heavy, and they probably not telling anybody. All right. The time is now to alert as many who will listen. I've said it before. Yes, alert as many who will listen, even those who think we're wearing tinfoil kufi hats, all right? Do not have too much pride. Go and warn those you love enough to, even though they think you're crazy. All right, your goal for others is to truly help absorb the shock of what is coming. All right, I'm gonna stop there. When they realize what's coming, many people are gonna shut down. There's an old adage, an old saying, less than 1% of the world population controls the world. 4% of their puppets. All right, 4% of their puppets. About 5 to a little bit over half of us is trying to wake up the other 90%. All right, we're trying to wake up the 90% of folks who are out there. All right, and we're being ones that told that we're tinfoil kufi heads. All right, that we're crazy. We should be locked up in an insane asylum. I wish I could play that song. I don't want to get copyright strike, but remember that song that that 80s movie Revenge of the Nerds? When they call you a dork or call you a geek, stand up really, but don't be neat. They call us nerds because they put us down. One of these days we'll turn it around. Won't be long, mark my words. Time has come for revenge of the conspiracy theorist. We're right. All right, I had to go back old school now. I like that movie too. All right, so keep on here, finish it up. Ooh, I'm at 12 minutes. I want 10 and don't be that long, so I'm gonna wrap this up because everybody got stuff to do. All right. All right, and then it leads out to note to reader. It should be obvious that most people paying attention that events are heating up worldwide. FYI for information. I've known about portions of the plan related to the RV, new currencies, EBS for some time. Of course, I am not read into the particular timings of such potential events. The timeline is fluid. So, all right, and then they go into detail right here, and this is not just for us, but it's also for those people who knew about this thing going back 30 and 40 and 50 years, plan to save the world. All right, they're very exhausted and tired. Some of them didn't even make it, and we're happy those who made it this far, right, to teach us what's going on. Everyone is exhausted. The dark is purging the dark is being purged from our societies on both an individual and collective basis. Detoxing isn't fun. You just don't know. All right. It is necessary, especially if we want to avoid a world where all people experience unconditional love. All right. If we want to experience unconditional love, abundance, joy, and ability to explore and learn, hang in there. It is, if necessary, take a break from all media and go into nature. That is very important. Go into nature. Go into nature. Stick your feet in the grass and just listen to the wind talk. All right, that is very important for you to get away, break away from the noise and listen to the world itself. All right, there will be blackouts of the electrical grid in specific areas while military operations are being run. Internet may be cut too. This pattern will vary from town to town, country for country. If you don't believe any of this stuff, well, that's on you. That's your choice. All right, this article from the Sun's Journal. Get ready. Yeah, that's right. Definitely exhausting telling family the truth. They all think we're crazy and they still think we're crazy. That's fine too. Let them think that. Just remember, you got yourself ready. You got prepared. And when it's over with, don't walk up to them and go, ha ha, yeah, right, I told you so. Who's wearing a 10 for a goofy head down, stupid? Don't be like that. Because they're going to be looking for someone to blame because they don't want to take the blame for themselves. You just look at them and tell them, I got you. I got you. Come on, man. We're going to get this together, all right? We're going to get it together. We're going to survive this together. And we're going to be the ones leading them out of the darkness. All right? Some people ain't going to never want to come out. Fine. Let them be. Don't force anyone. It's their choice. We're not the deep state. We're not the cabal. We're not the brochure junkies. All right. I have to say this in the scientific pill term what they're talking about. But if you know, it's either a brochure or a brovy. All right. If somebody can help me out with that one in the comment section. All right. Uh, I know it's the word is A. It's an A word. I'm trying not to say it. On the other channel, I'll say it, but on this one, I'm keeping it nice and clean. All right, but they're junkies to it. But on the economic standpoint, everything is ready. Everything is locked and loaded for the system to crash. The warning signs are being given left and right. Banks are collapsing. We news story earlier. It's all of our alternative, the real. I'm stop saying alternative. The real mainstream media, us, we're telling the truth on the economic standpoint. Everywhere else, the systems are crashing. Have the credit agencies have not got their backbone, and they're telling the big banks, well, we can downgrade you too. No more this big, no more this too big to fail crap. You people are causing all sorts of crap. The system is bad. We're gonna downgrade you too. All right. That is an article from Fitch came out and said they're gonna downgrade the 10 banks. All right. So yeah. Thank you. No. Terry, thank you. Thank you for keeping this channel alive. Thank you for letting me get out to speak to you. All right. Thank you all, everybody. All right. We all gotta come through this together. No matter what type of skin tone we have, we've all been fooled to think that we're fighting individual battles when we need to turn around and look outside the glass, and that's who we need to attack. So we need to, as soon as they start shaking the bottle, pretend like we may be at each other's throat, but secretly we're planning on making sure we knock that bottle, that glass over, break it, and go and get them. All right. So, shoot, it's 17 minutes. Let me get home before I think my baby's gotta go to work already. My little daughter, my two youngest kids should be getting ready to come home with their mama. So, just want to get you in that one. I will continue to make broadcasts until we can't make broadcasts anymore, because a part of the old system is YouTube. As part of the old system is all the other social media websites that all gotta go. So we'll keep going as long as we can. We'll keep making it. Stay positive. Oh, the little story, I'm gonna get a quick one, maybe 30 seconds. Met this nice lady, talked to her, well off, good to go, and she explained to me that her and her husband are penny pinching left and right, and their family is well off. Their family is wealthy, and they're having a penny pinch because they're having to pay all of this insurance, everything. The insurance company is trying to get them raised up for everything on their house, their properties, and they having to sell. They having to sell some of their mostly luxury cars because they can't afford the insurance on them more. They charging them for their trust. They like for them to look after and monitor their trust to make sure everything they are. And she said, if I'm here with you, we went to this food bank together just to have. She went to pick up food, and I wound up picking up some food too. All right. And she said, if we're struggling, I can imagine what you and the rest of the folks are going through. That's a telling sign that in their well-off family, and they're having a penny pinch. All right. So I want to thank y'all for joining us. I'm sorry I kept this so long. I wanted to make it very short. I want you to please be safe, be sound, like, subscribe, and comment, hit that notification bell. Let's get this channel up. I'm sorry I couldn't go on the other channel on her news, but I got in trouble with YouTube so much on that channel for saying things that are really going on. All right. So once again, I want to thank you for joining us. Another Melaninated Economic News. Please be safe, be sound. Remember, take care of yourself first, then your family, neighbors, and then communities. Reach out to other communities. All right. We'll make it and we'll survive together. All right. Once again, thank you for joining us. Oh shoot, what else to say? Oh yeah, you're your own best financier, your own best credit union, your own best savings and loans. You're your own best banker. Hit that subscribe button, notification, like, bad or good, say what you gotta say. All right. Once again, thank you for joining us. Another Melaninated Economic News. Save your sound. Let's get it started.